Well, hey, the big fight this weekend, Roy, obviously Canelo versus Crawford. You famously went out multiple weights to become heavyweight champion, beating John Ruiz, so you know what Crawford's going through right now. The weigh-in just happened. You see what he looks like. What do you think happens tomorrow night?
It's tough to say what happens tomorrow night, but the good thing is we're going to get a good damn fight. That's for sure. How it turns out, I'm not sure. I hear there's been injuries in camps. Those things linger in the back of my mind. Anybody can beat Canelo, come up and beat him, it'll be Brother Crawford, like Alvarez said. And anybody that can stop Crawford's run, it'll be Canelo, like Alvarez said. So that's one big thing Andre made me think of, and I still feel very strongly about it. So I'm thinking, so we have a rough fight to both. If the boy is not injured, and he can take Canelo's point, a punch, y'all probably take the word by decision. But if boy is injured, y'all probably go with Canelo by stop.
Yeah, I think he's exactly right. I think the number one thing that everybody has to understand is the mentality of both these guys. Neither of these guys want to lose, and nobody goes into a fight wanting to lose, but when it's not going your way, Roy knows this. A lot of guys don't know how to change that thing up so that it does. And I think for the first time for both of these guys, if it's not going their way, they have enough mentality and enough heart will to win that it becomes a banger, because both these guys are against one another. They will involve and shield before they lose this one. So it's going to be a banger.
Well, speaking of Crawford, how would you recommend that Canelo fight against tomorrow? What would your game plan be?
If I were in another corner, I would say, listen, you got to fight it in circles or fight it going north. You can't fight it going south, because he's a small man. They can feel like a small man.
So, quick question for you, Shawn. So, if Canelo could make one critical mistake against Terence Crawford, you know how you fight, what would be the definite mistake that he'll make one against Terence Crawford?
I think both of these guys are masterful counter punchers, but you can get into a rhythm of waiting too long. I think the biggest mistake that Canelo can make is waiting too long, trying to find that perfect moment. If he allows Terence to pick up his rhythm, oh boy, once a fighter finds a rhythm, this man right here, once you find a rhythm, it's a wrap.
You know, and that's interesting because in earlier interviews, I saw Canelo saying that he don't want credit in this fight. So going into this fight, do you feel like Canelo now respects Terence Crawford, or he might be still underestimating him right now?
I don't think it's respect for Crawford, but I don't think it's from a standpoint of underestimating him. I think it comes from a standpoint of like ill malice, like mentally, like I can't like you at all, and I don't want to respect you at all. You know, and I know you alluded to him, Terence having to find respect from the power standpoint, touching Canelo and getting his respect. I think it's gonna take probably a few punches for Canelo to start respecting that power.